Hey everyone, it's Light PT Undercover again, and today I want to talk about temptation and resisting it. In life, there will be a lot of times where you're presented with something and you have the opportunity to indulge in whatever it is. But that's not always what you should do. Sometimes taking that opportunity is not always worth it, because sometimes the temptation will leave you a lot worse than when you started. Whether it be, I don't know, finding money on the floor, a few bucks, that's somebody's money. They could come back for it, and then since you indulged in that temptation, now this person lost their money and you have it. And say you figured you learned that. Well, you don't even have to learn it. It's kind of obvious. You'll be guilty of stealing, pretty much. And you'll have that thought in your mind. Well, this is their money. I should give it back to them. But I'm not. And that's also a big part due to greed. See, sometimes when you don't resist the temptation, it often has to do with greed and what you want, or at least what you think you want in the moment, of course. But sometimes what you think you want, or what you think you know you want, you don't want it. Because falling into things like temptation and greed can ruin a lot of things for you. It can ruin friendships, any kind of relationships, really. And the thing about that is, it's not worth it. See, sometimes the temptation will seem like it'll present itself as harmless, something insignificant almost. And then that's when a lot of people will take it, not thinking of what could happen or what might happen as an effect of them, a consequence of them taking that temptation. And that's just not good, because the simplest thing, indulging in that temptation, could lead to some kind of argument, some feelings of guilt, and just making things worse when they didn't have to be. And 9 times out of 10, if you have a gut feeling telling you you shouldn't do something, you probably shouldn't do it. And I'm just stating the obvious. Because if you see something and you're like, oh, this is nothing, I could just do this, take this, look at this, and nothing will happen. And then later on, because of that decision you made, it can come back to hurt you. And that's why falling into temptation is a horrible thing. You should always resist it, because most of the time it'll get you somewhere you don't want to be over something that you think is the smallest thing. And yeah, I kind of just yapped for a little bit. I think I repeated myself too many times, but I hope you can, understand what I was trying to say. And I hope you really consider that next time you're presented with something and you're not sure if you should indulge. And yeah, that's all.